I think we're good. I think everything says we're live, so I'm gonna assume that we are live. Let me get my little bullet point list. Okay, I'm a little out of breath because I just ran across the house. I had to go pee. I don't use the bathroom downstairs, so I have to use my bathroom, which is my personal bathroom in my room. Anywho, it is Monday. We are halfway through the month of October. And I decided to start setting some end of the year goals that are set in stone. I was trying to create an image for the thumbnail today that had a headstone and then carve the goals into it, but only had like not very much time to do that, and that would be more of probably about a 30-minute job. So it is what it is. I liked the hand coming out. In fact, fun fact, I actually drew that hand, not that hand, but a hand similar to it, holding a rosary coming out of the ground in my 9th grade art class. I had to cut it out of the foam, so it was almost exactly how I did it back then. So Neil says, I'm here the only time I will be number one. But maybe not. Well, you're here. It's like one of the first days you've been on time. Kidding. Anyway, so we're going to go over some of the goals that I have set in stone for ending 2025 for WriterSanctuary. And this is going to be a blog post that'll be out on Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm going to embed the stream into it. So if you follow WriterSanctuary.com, you can actually see a much further breakdown of the goals and my little checklist that I embedded into it. Because I created a checklist in Google, and that way I can check things off as I go. And we're going to make it happen. All kinds of goodness. You were killing it with the views on shorts, but we discussed that on Friday. Oh yeah, the shorts views are like insane compared to what they used to be. Problem is I don't make dick on them. Oh, I think I make like, actually I can look it up real fast. Okay, so on the videos, let's see if I can pull it up here. Analytics. I want revenue. Okay. So the last 28 days, I've made $36.54 on videos, which is really low. On the live streams, I've made $22.16 thanks to everybody going into a bidding war last week, which was kind of funny. Y'all don't need to keep tossing money at me like that. It's appreciated. I can use the cash, but that was a little nuts. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, I've made only $22.16. Normally it's like let's see, if it wasn't for that day, I probably would have made like $5 total over the past month in live. Now for the shorts revenue, bam, I've made $1.65 in the last 28 days. So yeah, the shorts revenue is not where it's at least for me. And that's all right, because in order to make anything worthwhile, you have to have like 10 million views inside of 90 days. I'm like, I'm not, I'm not that popular. You'd have to hit, I think I did the math once. I think you had to hit like 111,000 views per day to get monetized that way. And I'm not a hot chick, so I know it sounds kind of sexist, but stats don't lie. I can't see where I'm putting, ow! I can't see where I'm putting stuff. I'm an old man with a bad haircut, so I'm not going to be a rich Twitch thought. Though Kyle's trying to talk me into being a Twitch thought and I'm just doing Twitch with a bra and writing people's names down as they donate to me. Oh yeah, we were talking about it. You and I are going to be Twitch thoughts. Yes, I am. Oh, it's weighing heavily on me now. Weighing heavily on me. I'm thinking about getting a little pool behind me and dressing up in bathing suits. Yeah, I shave my chest on stream. I still think it'd be funny to do to wax me on Crossing Colorado, but we'll wait to see if I can lose weight to do that, because nobody wants to see dehairing a wildebeest. Anyway, so we'll be doing. Oh my God, guys, why? She transformed. She wasn't still a gray thing. Now she's a big black one. It's Max. This is Max. If for those of you who do not know, this is my alpha, kind of. She's she's actually the only cat here that I purposely tried to keep. Everybody else was kind of just left on my doorstep. Huh. No, that's my Max. Tino says you take off your shirt on Crossing Colorado, so a tub live or pool live isn't that far off. Right? I don't know. Maybe, okay. Maybe if I can get Crossing Colorado monetized, and I get the little goal thing in the top. Oh, you know what? I think Crossing Colorado has a goal thing. So maybe I start setting a goal where $50 gets you a tub live stream or a hot tub live stream. Oh, I need to get a hot tub for that though. Wouldn't that be something you'd see on OnlyFans? Welcome to Writer Sanctuary. The thoughts that go through the mind of a writer. Anywho, so we're going to get this another minute or two, and then we'll jump right into the goals that I have for ending 2025 and how I think they're going to go and why I'm doing them in the first place. Because a lot of you already know that I spend the last couple of months of a year planning out my next one. So creating schedules that might work for what I got going on. Start thinking about the word count stuff of this year versus the years before. So I usually try to set some interesting goals for coming up, and this one though is for how I'm going to end the year. So looking forward to it. Got some really cool, fun things coming up. So don't forget that these will be on the WriterSanctuary.com website. So you subscribe to that, you'll get notified at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time when it goes live. And this video will be embedded into it, hopefully. Just depends on when YouTube renders it. I don't know if I can just jump in and grab it. I'll try tonight as soon as the show's done. I'll see if I can grab the code and embed it into the blog. That'd be convenient because then I won't have to remember. And I'm going to try to remember to start doing these at the end of the night too. So, because leaving it on my keyboard just isn't working for me anymore. I keep forgetting it's there and just ignoring it and just writing anyway and doing my work. So we got a lot of things that are changing this at the end of the year. So, alrighty. Anywho, goal number one that is set in stone is getting the blog back on schedule. I was doing great for like 9-10 months straight, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then over the summer things just kind of petered out. Between having a ton on my plate personally and professionally, it lapsed, and a large portion of that was that I got sucked into doom scrolling on social media, which I really need to stop doing on my breaks. Instead of a 5 to 10 minute break, I've been winding up taking like 20-25 minutes at a time because I'm doom scrolling, and that's not good. So, hey Diana, how's it going? You're just in time. We're getting ready to go over our goals for ending 2025. And you missed my comment about maybe one of these days on Crossing Colorado, I'll set up a donation goal, and at the $50 mark, I'll do a hot tub live stream. Probably not really, but there's all kinds of things I can do with goals, I guess. So we're just going over the end of the year goals and kind of things we're going to be working on and why. Woohoo! A woo hot tub stream. I probably won't be able to do it on YouTube though. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I've seen worse on YouTube, so I don't know. I wonder, can I set it? I wonder how many hours you can set it for. I'll pay money to see that. Al, I want to put your money where your mouth is. Maybe I'll make that a goal. Topless live. Oh, yeah. Yep, I did a strip. I took off my shirt on Crossing Colorado. Yeah, that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, yep, and I'm gonna delete it before she has a chance to see it. No, I was threatening to delete it, but I left it up. So, anywho, getting back to the blog being on schedule. I'd like to get the blog back on schedule, and I'd like to do it with more in-depth content instead of just one-offs. What I call one-offs is just something that pops into my mind. I write it out. They don't really do very well in traffic. In terms of traffic, I think the last one had like 12 views total in the past month and a half. So I would like to do more, something more meaty. So, but no matter what, I want to get the blog back on schedule before the start of the year. So, let's see. Diana says, I have good news. I finished writing my screenplay. Awesome. That's something else that's coming up here soon in a minute. I hated every minute of it, but I loved it. Years of waiting finally paid off. Whatever. Yeah, I hated it. It drove me nuts. But yeah, congratulations, Doc. That's awesome. Good job. Hopefully it does really well. This is for your class, right? I think it's one of your projects that you had going on. Max. Okay, this isn't the Max ASMR channel. I haven't graduated yet. Hopefully I will pass. Well, I'm sure you'll be fine. What are your plans for the screenplay after class? For Diana? Anyway, let's see. That was number one. What is goal number two is getting YouTube on schedule. I would like to get the YouTube channel back on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. I haven't done that in a very, very long time, which is probably why I'm not getting very many hours in watch time. The channel is kind of just. I'm not sure if that is from the interest of what I do or if the algorithm doesn't like me because I'm not consistent, which I'm not. So I want to get more YouTube videos up. That's because right now I'm at 4,090.5 hours of watch time inside of a 12-month period. If you drop below 4,000, then you lose monetization, and I lose the product shelf that's on the videos. And as well as a few other tools that you only get when you're in the YPP. And I don't want to lose all of that, so I need to come up with some videos that people actually want to watch, and try to get my watch time back up. So, and that includes getting more authors. I've got a ton of emails to go through of people that were interested in being on the show. I've been kind of slacking, so my apologies for that. But I will be working on getting more authors up and more videos. I just don't know when just yet. That's why it's an end of year goal. By the end of the year, I would like a steady schedule of 3 videos per week. So, will you stop, Max? Let's see. Then it says, Neo, I would like this to become a children's book, different format, but similar story. Oh. Yeah, that's cool. At least you got one done. I haven't done mine yet. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay, so this is. It's technically an end of year goal, but it's going to be something that's going to be happening within the next week or two. Is publishing Shadows of Atlantic City. I've been trying to get this book published for a while now, and I'm going to start dedicating more time to it so I can get it up. And it's going to be on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, considering how I got my Barnes & Noble account fixed. So if you want to boycott Amazon, feel free to buy it from Barnes & Noble. And that one I'm going to dedicate more time to for the next couple of weeks because I would love to have a Halloween release. So that's my goal for that one, is have it released on Halloween. We'll even do a party like I wanted to before. So I figure we'll do a live stream party for the release of it. Probably after the live at 5, which is members only video on Friday. So I'll have to disconnect from that and reconnect with a new one. I'm sure that'll be fine. What can go wrong? Anyway, but so that's, even though it's generally going to happen in the next couple of weeks, I still put it down as an end of year goal because you never know. I could fall down the stairs and break my leg and get hung up in the hospital for weeks on end without publishing my book. So we're going to make that an end of year goal just because. Let's see. Michael, I'm sure you'll do a great job. I'm hoping. I think it'd be fun to do a screenplay. And that's going to be one of the things here in a minute. So let's see, that was 3 goals. Number 4 is finishing the first draft of Fury. I'm 93,000, 95,000. It's over 90,000 words into Fury, and it's almost done. So I figure another 2 weeks worth of writing maybe, and the first draft will be complete. That is the sequel to Kingmaker, and that is on my docket for finishing before the end of 2025. Alongside with that is going to be finishing writing 7 finally, the story that I started back in 2016 on Wattpad. And I'm actually going to feed the story into Autocrit and kind of polish it up a bit, but I'm not going to go hog wild like I did with Shadows. With the books I put on Wattpad and Inkitt, I'll still do the editing software with Autocrit, but I'm not really gonna worry about hiring an editor for them. I mean, these are free books. If you find grammatical or spelling errors in a free book, then you have nothing to complain about. Besides, I'm fairly sure they'll come out just fine. But I am gonna feed it through, mostly to get more practice into self-editing and using Autocrit. I would love to do more tutorials and more videos on Autocrit. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna feed everything through it just to polish it up and make it look nice. Because you never know who's looking at your Wattpad or your Inkitt, especially if you market them. So, I want to finish writing 7, and then next year I want to finish Skeletal that I have on Inkitt, and I would like to do more with both those platforms as well as any more that I find. I'm a firm believer in getting your name out there as often as possible. And so, yeah, I'm going to spread myself like a venereal disease. Nice visual, huh? I'm a writer. Anyway, a little off kilter there. That was 4 and 5, so Fury and 7. Halloween party. Oh yeah, I would love to do a Halloween party. In fact, if I can get it up, if I can get Shadows of Atlantic City up on Amazon early enough and schedule it, I can schedule it for whenever it goes live. So if I do the members only video from 5 to 6 for Halloween, and then because I want to stream games on Halloween too. Shit, we might have to. I don't know. Maybe if we do the Halloween, yeah, if we do the Halloween party from, if I'm 5 to 6 for members only, I can go from 6 to 7 for everybody else for the release of the book. We'll do an hour-long live stream for releasing the book. I don't know. We'll have to. When it gets closer, we'll have more details on it. But let's see if I can publish the goddamn thing. That'd be great. Alrighty. Anywho, next up would be the thing that I want to do before the end of the year is review at least 5 new products. That'll be anything from writing apps to editing apps to. I would like to experiment a little bit with the pre-made covers websites that are out there. There's a lot of them, and that is a challenge I want to do for myself for next year is writing a book based purely off the image. So that's going to be next year, though. I want to get these rest of these done first. But yeah, I want to review at least 5 products. I know I could probably do way more. I would love to do at least double that, but that really depends on how in depth I have to get with every product and service, because I don't write reviews about stuff that I've never used. I'm not like these other people on YouTube or who just tell you to fake it. I like to actually explore the tool, and it really depends on how long everything takes. There's a lot of really cool stuff out there that I want to try out. So, but yeah, there's fantasy map makers and writing apps. The writing apps galore. I want to dive a bit deeper into World Anvil. I'd like to explore more of what Incarnate can do. Kind of just going off of the success of the other videos, or rather, exactly, kind of. So, but anyway, that's one of my goals, is to review at least 5 new products, and I say new products. So, expanding on something like Incarnate or World Anvil, I've already done those, so they're not necessarily new. I'll still review the pro version of it, as kind of new, because that's the difference between free and pro. But for the most part, I want to look for stuff I've never used before, and so we'll be doing some more of those. And the reason why we're doing some of those is because reviews do exceptionally well, whether they're on a blog or on YouTube. 93% of people who buy a product will research it online before making a purchase. So that's one of the reasons why reviews do so well, no matter what industry you're in. And on WriterSanctuary, Crossing Colorado, and Colorado Plays, all 3 of those, my blogs, the reviews will take up the majority of the top 10 articles. So reviews are always worthwhile. And they usually generate the most amount of money too, like click-throughs and all that. And if you get affiliates to go with it, then you might make a few affiliate sales. So like being an affiliate with Reedsy. I have the Reedsy Masterclass affiliate. I did an article on it. I reviewed it. It's quite popular, and it generates a ton of clicks. Haven't made a lot in sales though, because it is kind of a high value item, but at least I can see that people are clicking it. So the interest is there. But for cheaper stuff, like Inkitt, and I don't know if Inkitt has an affiliate program. There's a lot of smaller ones. I've made a few bucks off of like Scrivener. What else? I'm trying to think of what I made this year. Scrivener, I sold a masterclass. I haven't checked my sales for the Reedsy Studio. But yeah, you do reviews on stuff that you have an affiliate link with, and you can at least get quite a few clicks from it. So just depends on if anybody makes a purchase. And that comes down to how well you like the product. A lot of sponsors won't work with me, because I will tell you what's wrong with it. I talked myself out of a $1,500 contract because I hated the product. There's no way that I could have felt good about myself marketing that product to you guys. And for those of you who were around, I think it was last year that I did the basic for Ezoic. That was a shit product. It was bad. Not only did it slow my website down exponentially, but I lost more than 70% of my income for the month because I switched from AdSense to Ezoic, and it fucked me raw. So like, there's no way. They're going to give me $500 for, I think it was 1 blog post and 2 videos, so $1,500 total. And I told them, no, I can't do it. Hey, Margaret, how's it going? So if you get some good affiliates and you write some reviews, you can make a decent amount of money on a blog. So, and YouTube. YouTube, you can put your affiliate link in your description, as long as you make sure that everybody knows that it is an affiliate link. So I want to get at least 3 more affiliates for YouTube and the blog. And it could be linked to the 5 new products. Usually I write reviews about products I'm not even affiliated with, because I just like the product. And in return, I've I've gotten a ton of freebies from all these companies, so I'll still keep doing it. If I like it, I'll let you know. But if I don't, I'll let you know. I hated basic. That was anyway. Moving on. So that brings up the finding 3 more affiliates. I would like to find more, but it just really depends. Because I use platforms like ShareASale and Impact, and I haven't really found a lot of writing products and services that I would feel comfortable using or sharing with you guys. I have to, before I feel comfortable signing up with any affiliate program, I have to like the product. I'm not one of these people who are just going to chase the dollar. If it's a shit product, I don't want anything to do with you. I want to let everybody know it's a shit product. So, well, it's one of the many reasons why I don't make more money on YouTube. They don't like it when I'm honest. So yeah, and let's see. Oh, here we go. Start planning the screenplays. This is for you, Diana. I want to do screenplays next year of live action scenes from my books, either as an advertisement or just out of for fun. There's a few scenes that I think will be fun to act out on YouTube, just for the entertainment value. And this is all going to be on WriterSanctuary because I don't want to screw up the YouTube algorithm for this writing channel. So when I start doing those, I'll let you know, and I'll put links and stuff to it. But I think it'd be awesome. So I would love to start doing some live action stuff about my books. And so this goal is more to start planning the screenplays. I'm not writing them. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to be doing a lot of research. And the deal on my checklist that comes out on Wednesday is I want to spend at least 10 hours researching and exploring writing screenplays. That's from now till the end of the year. I know 10 hours doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're doing everything else, 10 hours is quite a bit of time. So, I mean, between school, the blog, YouTube channel, Jesus, Max, client work, I just got a slew of stuff to do. So 10 hours is actually going to be extremely difficult from my point of view. But I would like to see it. And it's screenwriting is one of the classes I plan on taking for my bachelor's, but I think I needed English comp as a prerequisite first. So I have to go in order. But and I'm really excited to take all the anthropology classes at CU. I'm just going to take them for the hell of it. Indiana Jones. Can you imagine the amount of stories I want to get from that? I'm pretty jazzed. I wish I had more time to be a full-time student because I would. But you know, it is what it is. I'm broke. I have a mortgage to pay, credit cards to cover. So, and then the last goal for ending 2025 is that I plan on writing 125,000 words from now until then. That's actually kind of low in the grand scheme of things. Take today, for example. Today I wrote, where is it? 3,515 words, and half my day was chewed up. Like, and I wasn't able to start working until like 11. And so, yeah, 2,200 words a day from now until then, peanuts. So, but I kept it low because that is, at that rate, that is just doing at least one blog post or 1 2-hour block of time writing my book. And I don't want to set myself up for failure. I know I can do more than that. I did 3,500 words today. I'm probably going to do 100 tomorrow. So it really depends on how things go and unfold, which is why I don't want to swing for the fences. So, anywho, those are my goals for October. What does everybody else, or not October, but for the end of the year? Does anybody else have any goals that they're working on to wrap up the year? I'm a big fan of ending on a high note, so I always push for maximum efficiency. Or at least try to anyway. I don't care about that. Yeah, I think that's 9 total. 9 goals. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying to count X. Can't move the mouse when you're doing that. Yeah. So, those are what I have planned. Now, the reason why I'm trying to get so like with it, getting the blog back on schedule, it's more of you don't want to set a goal that you want so many people to visit your site or making so much money. Those are things you don't have any control over because you can't force people to read your blog. You can't force people to buy your stuff. What you can control is how much content you create and the type of content you create. So that's why getting the blog back on schedule is my goal instead of I want to increase traffic to the site because they work in tandem, especially if you create something that people want to read. Margaret's over here. I'm just over here. Happy I managed to make pumpkin chocolate cookies for the neighbors. Ooh, awesome. I haven't had a chocolate pumpkin cookie in forever. Let's see. Neo says I'm starting with reading more just for fun. All my other goals are planned as I go. That's something I wish I had more time to do. I did get to read Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption for class last week. Week before. And so it reminded me of just how much I miss reading. I haven't had a chance to really dive into anything. I want to finish the horror anthology that I bought from Barnes & Noble. I'm only like about halfway through it, but I keep getting sidetracked with all these other things going on, so it's a bummer. I'm half tempted to schedule a 2-hour block of time just so I can read a book and then add maybe book reviews to the website and the YouTube channel. So it's not technically blowing some time if it's content, right? Let's see. Know what else you can't control? How much cat hair gets on and in absolutely everything you own. Yeah. What I know it. That's why, like, I don't have. My kitchen's kind of small, so all the pots and pans are kind of on shelves in the kitchen. On those shelves you get from Home Depot, they're kind of open. It's like more like a working shelves. I think you know what I'm talking about. They have no walls; it's just framework. Plant. But anyway, the pots and pans are there, and so every time you have to get a pot, you have to blow into it, blow all the cat hair out. Or there was one time I grabbed one of the pans to make kung pao chicken, and there was like a ton of cat food in it. So, how the hell did you guys, And I was wondering how cats can do that, but then I remember that the table for the cat food is right next to where the pots and pans are. So bad planning. Oh no, if you cooker beware. Yeah, I'm telling you. You have to make sure you blow everything. Every time you get a pot or pan, you have to inspect it to make sure you're not grabbing Mac's hair because she's a black cat, so it just kind of blends in with the black pot. Oh, and you shed something fierce. Big girl. She's already getting hair. Or, like what I'm drinking, shadow hair. Oh my god, that's a Mac's hair. Shadow hair will get all over my cup. I'll be spitting hair out throughout the entire show. So yeah, I feel you. I know all about getting cat hair everywhere. I do that with mugs, which are open shelving. Nah, but not with pots because I have a drawer for those. Our priorities are different. You protect your pots with cupboards, not mugs. I protect my mugs, not pots. Coffee's way more important to me, so I try to make sure the coffee cups are well protected. Well, it's not too bad. See, I got that is a Mac's hair. The fun of having a long-haired cat. Yeah. Oh, and then I vacuum the floor. We vacuum like I think weekly, but it is amazing how much hair you can collect just over a couple of days. I mean, the vacuum was full. Not only vacuum one room. Like, my God, you guys. I've got, I think everybody here is a long hair, except for Joe. Banana bread. Banana, oh, hey, no, we're not going to do that. Well, now Max is all banana shaped. She doesn't like the dog. She tolerates banana bread, but wants nothing to do with her. Banana bread sheds a lot, too. It's my small English bulldog. She's a runt. Let's see. I think the part of my brain that is good at goal setting is broken, to be honest. Sometimes I can feel that way. I know I just did midterms and my brain's mush. I keep sitting down to do it and nope. Well, I don't know. I've never had a problem with setting goals. I have a problem with committing to goals. You can set them all over the place, but it's another thing to actually do them. But this one, I decided I'm going to set these ones in stone. These are absolutes that I'm going to do for the end of the year. So that's getting the blog back on schedule, which is 3 times a week. Getting the YouTube back on schedule, which is 3 times a week. Publishing Shadows at Night City for Halloween. I would love to do a Halloween party for its publishing. Finishing the first draft of Fury, which is the sequel to Kingmaker. Finishing Writing 7, which is on Wattpad. Review at least 5 new products, which I could probably do 10 if I'm being honest. But like I said earlier, it depends on how deep I dive into it. Find 3 more affiliates that want to pay me for sales. That'd be great. Start planning screenplays and then write 125,000 words in total, which I'm thinking about changing because that's kind of low for me. But yeah, those are things I want to finish before the end of the year. I want these to be my ending moments of glory for myself. I want to prove to myself that I can still do it. Because next year, my primary goal is to write 800,000 words for stories and books. That sounds like a lot, but in reality, it's only 2,200 words a day. And like I said, I did 3,500 before lunch. Well, actually, I didn't get started until after lunch, so it was before dinner. But 800,000 words is actually really low compared to what I used to do back in 2015, I think is when my peak. I was averaging between 6,000 and 8,000 words a day, every day, when I was working with Text Broker. And so I was making enough money to quit the job at the school district. But yeah, that was my average, was 6 to 8. And then sometimes my goal would be 10,000 words a day, but I only hit it maybe a handful of times. 10,000 words is not all that easy when you have a ton of distractions. So, but 125,000 words for the rest of the year. That's only 2,200 Monday through Friday, and I think I can do that without breaking a sweat. So, I guess we'll find out. Like, if I had the same day that I had today, I'll have 78,000 words more than that. So, I could probably set that to 200,000 and not have to worry about it. I'm good. Doing my own horn here. And remember, that's everything. That's not just words, books. That is the blog posts. Sometimes I write scripts for the videos, and I want to finish writing Fury 7, and then if I get done with those, I don't know. I'll see about starting another project while the beta reader's going over Fury. Probably the sequel to Shadows. That one I want done before Christmas of next year because it's going to be a Christmas book. I've always wanted to write a dark Christmas book. I'm going to next year. Even have the theme song for it and everything. But yeah, so when it comes to creating goals, just make sure that you're doing them realistic and based on what you can handle, not what I can handle. Yeah, I have a goal for 800,000 words. That doesn't mean that if you can't write that much, then that you're a loser or anything. Everybody has their own process. The thing about goals is that they're used to, their goals are more of a way for you to surpass yourself, more to work on self-improvement. So you don't want them to be too easy, because then that kind of defeat the purpose. You want them to be challenging, but not impossible. It's like with the 125,000 words in total. I know that I've done more than that before, but with the way my life is, I don't know if I can hit that. So it really depends on the chaos of the day. But you should, set realistic goals according to what you can handle, not what I can handle. Never compare yourself. You're only in competition with yourself. That's it. Sure, I point out that I write more words on a daily basis than Stephen King, but there's a big difference between blogs, books, and video scripts versus a manuscript for a horror novel. So, I just think I chuckle about it. I don't really compare myself to Stephen King. Apples and oranges, or apples and fish. So, not even in the same ballpark. So I don't really compare myself to anybody else but me, and I'm always striving to work on improving things I know I can handle. So I'm still gonna leave it at 125,000 words, even though I'm fairly sure I can hit 200. But we'll see. A lot can happen in the next 2.5 months. Like I said, I could fall down a flight of stairs, bust my arm, break a collarbone, and put myself into a coma. That's a whole lot of pain. Well, not really, because if you're in a coma, would you actually feel it? I've never been in a coma before, so I have no idea. Anyway, yeah. What is, does anybody else have anything else going on? I know Neo is looking to read more for fun, and Margaret is having problems getting her brain activated. Been there, done that. I know how you feel. There are some times where my brain turns to mush. Like now. I'm actually kind of impressed that I was able to write the blog post this morning. Don't forget that these will be published on WriterSanctuary.com on Wednesday. And it goes a little bit deeper than what I did. So a little bit more informational. But but the midterms stressed me out, some affairs. Keep in mind, this is the first time I've ever had midterms in 20 plus years. I haven't been to school in 30, almost 35 years. I haven't been in actual school in 35 years. No, that was high school. I was at Westwood for a year and a half. So it's been 22 years. 22 years since I was in school. And I don't remember my midterms being this difficult. So I don't know if it's because I'm old, or maybe the school I went to just sucked. I couldn't use the college credits from Westwood, even though Southern New Hampshire was going to take them. CU won't. And so I have to redo all of that. So I was 27% of the way through my bachelor's. So that all got wiped out. So bummer. Point being is that it's been a very long time since I've had to do schoolwork, and the midterms just stretched me the fuck out. I can only imagine what's going to happen for the finals. I think I did okay on the storytelling one, but English comp, I think I bombed. So I guess I'll find out this week. Good times. I just want my bachelor's. I can move on to the master's and then eventually get my PhD. I think it'd be fun to teach at the college level. I think I'd be very good at it. I'm not the only one. There's a couple of people here that are looking forward to that. And I'm still toying with setting up some online courses. So those might be coming next year. They're not added to my goals to wrap up 2025 because I simply have just too much going on between 3 books, college, and trying to surpass my freelancing income as a creator. I would love to retire from freelancing and just write blog posts, make videos all day. That'd be great. And publish books. If I can figure out a way to master marketing, that'd be great. And I'd share it with everybody else. There's a lot of things I haven't done for marketing yet, so I should have added that one to my goal, maybe. All I know is that trying to market on social media doesn't work. And there are some authors who can make it work, but those people usually have more than 10,000, more than 5,000 followers already. And you just, from a small creator's perspective, with 500 followers, you're not going to sell a book. Sorry. At least I haven't. In the past year that I've been grinding the piss out of social media, I haven't sold a single book this year. Actually, since January. I haven't sold a book in like months. But I don't market it. Nobody's going to buy it if they don't know it exists. So, got to do more of that. That's one of the things I want to do with Shadows, my next book. Is dump some time and money into it. Do some marketing. You guys are awfully quiet today. Nobody has any more input for goals? Ask me anything. Pop off some questions. I'm good. I'm slightly liquored up. So let's just try to keep it within normal parameters, huh? We don't want YouTube to ban this channel. It's bad enough that I do what I do. Can I help you? Shadow. Shadow. Start the show with Shadow and end it with her, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm going to do okay with these. I don't know if I'll generate a lot of views and money from it, but these are things I can absolutely control. And I'm really jazzed to get started on it tomorrow. Of course, I'm taking my vacation Friday. Oh, there's something we haven't discussed. Let's see. Neo says, I'm trying to make my goal something I can achieve, so I am proud that I accomplished that goal. Exactly. Remember, you don't want to make it easy, like just breathing, because, everybody, if you don't make your goal of breathing, there's something very, very wrong. So you have bigger problems than not being able to publish a book. Figure out something that moves you forward, but that will make you put in a bit more effort to accomplish. Now, you don't need to go gonzo like I do, but reading more. Reading's always good. I'm a firm believer in that you should read at least twice as much as you write, if not more. What else is easy ones? Try doing word counts. Keep track of how many words you write per week, and then try to beat that for the next week. Let's see. Alexander der Autor, greetings from Germany. Good Nacht. Actually, I have no idea what time of day it is over there, so I'll make a living from self-publishing on Amazon by publishing every week one erotica 10,000 word story. Awesome. The rapid release, one after the other, is the best marketing for me. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot. Were you doing that on? Because I know Kindle Vella. People were. I know a lot of people that had varying degrees of success on Kindle Vella. That was their serial publication. But are you doing like novellas or audiobooks? I'm not sure. Or are you just pumping out short stories? That's kind of pretty cool though. That's awesome, Alexander. Groovy. I wish I could do that, but I don't know. Well, there's an erotic scene in Kingmaker in chapter 13 that I'm quite proud of. I made my son blush because he read it. It's a little on the risque side, but I thought it was tastefully done. And the the part after it's what makes me giggle. But I don't know if I can do a full just nothing but erotica. So that's pretty cool that you can make that work. I don't know if I can do. Yeah, I don't know if I can rapid release stuff like that. I barely have time to. It's been 2 years since I published my last book. So last time was Kingmaker, and I think Kingmaker was published October 21st or something like that. It's in the middle of October of 2023. Here we are 2 years later. Shadows of Atlantic City. I still have to finish the sequel to Kingmaker. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to put more time into writing books next year. Is my goals for 800,000 words. And that's just for the first drafts. It'll take a while for all the editing and stuff, but I don't want to publish one book every 2 years. Like when I went to Read Between the Stars, I got I had one book, and it's been a year, and it just kind of got me down a bit. Anywho, yeah. So I guess well, not a lot of input this time around. Everybody's just kind of hanging out, probably being played on some stuff in the background as they're writing or doing other things. Probably on mute, so they don't have to hear me. It's all good. It's still watch time, so yeah. So to wrap things up. These are my goals that are set in stone that I will have that I'm going to work really hard to accomplish. In fact, I'm going to be working on the schedule to make them all happen, and yeah, it really works to improve the greater good. It's just working to. It's all for the greater good. Greater good. Oh, I don't know what else to talk about for the next 7 minutes. I guess we can do the card. Alexander says, I pump out just short stories. Awesome. Some are related in a series, but most are standalones. Good thing with erotica is there is a huge demand. Readers do not care about big popular author names. No, you are absolutely correct, Alexander. There are some niches that it doesn't matter. Erotica is because you can write erotica for just about everything, and there will be an audience for it. So good on you. I think that's awesome. I'm glad that you can make it work. Unfortunately, I can't do something like that, so that's okay. You can corner the market. That's good. I think it's awesome. Oh. God, you can do so much with erotica, though. Imagine, I bet you can like. I wonder if there's a market for horror erotica of like fan fiction of Michael Myers when he actually gets the woman. Anyway, before this degrades, yep. So sorry, this topic was kind of lame for y'all this time around. I was kind of excited to share it. Yes, it failed. So all good. Not every video, not every live stream is going to land. That's the way things are, especially for a small channel like mine. So, all you can really do is try to do better next time. So I think the topic we did last week was did fairly well, and the AMAs. I don't know what it is about the AMAs. Everybody's just they get way more watch time for live stream. Oh, author interviews. I've had some author interviews that were really, really good. So, well, anywho, I guess we can start wrapping this up. Last week's daily affirmation was, within my daily sense of gratitude, I find inspiration to do better and become better. A grateful heart is the fertile soul from which great ideas bloom. I'm going to start reading these as Robert Stack. Within my daily sense of gratitude, I find inspiration to to do better, to become better. A grateful heart is the fertile soul from which great ideas bloom. Great ideas bloom. I used to be able to do a really good Obama impression. I'm not going to do it. Maybe one of these days I'll set up a goal on the live stream. If we make a certain amount of money, I'll do a Obama reads a writing inspirational quote. It's been a while. I don't know if I can do it anymore. Alrighty, this week's daily affirmation is: I find inspiration all around me. It's the simple, meaningful moments in every breath I take, every move you make. It's hanging in the air, waiting for me to take it all in. I have to read that again because I lost it halfway through. I find inspiration all around me. It's in the simple, meaningful moments and every breath I take. It's hanging in the air, waiting for me to take it all in. I do find inspiration all around me, actually. I get inspired by quite a bit. I guess that's part of having an overactive imagination, is that I can look at anything and make a story about it, and it just pops in. I don't have to fight it. I don't have to try to grind it all out. I just story. Always been that way. I probably would have been quite the prolific author if I would have spent time working on it in my 20s, but I didn't. So here I am, almost 50, 2 books published. Good times. Anywho, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns before we wrap this up? Or if you have any ideas about what you would like me to do next, leave in the comments or pop up on the chat. I'm not sure what we'll do next week. I'm going to be, I should be here next weekend. I'm going on a vacation. Instead of going to Bangor, Maine, like I wanted to, thanks to the government shutdown, there's no way in God's green earth we're guaranteed to get back in time for school and work on Monday. Because apparently there's a shortage of air traffic controllers in Boston International. So I would rather not get delayed or smash into another plane. So we postponed all that until the end of next May, whereas we'll be taking a train from Denver to Maine. And I've never been on a train before, so I'm pretty excited for that. But all of them moved the reservations. So what does that mean for my vacation? Because if I don't get one, I'm going to fucking lose it. So what we're going to do is Friday morning, we are heading out to Golden, Colorado. We're going to spend Friday night, Saturday night there. And Saturday night, we're doing a haunted pub crawl. Yeah, jealous? I'll probably take a lot of pictures. I've got my brand new camera here. And yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about that. Like I was really excited about doing the Stephen King thing in Maine, and then going to the national parks and seeing the Atlantic Ocean. I've never been to the East Coast, so this would have been a pretty big vacation for me. And I've promised everybody, including my therapist, that I wasn't taking any work. This will be the first non-working vacation I've had since 2010, and so we had to postpone that because of the government shutdown. But we are going to Golden and doing the haunted pub crawl. Never done one before, and I'm pretty jazzed about it. So I'm gonna take lots of pictures, and maybe next Monday, instead of doing a show, maybe I'll just do what we came across during the pub crawl and see if we got any ghosts on film. I mean, come on now, I'm a dark author. It's a horror. Yeah, right up my alley. But Jen's a designated driver because she can't drink anymore. So, woo! All right. Anywho, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Don't forget, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always hit me up on social media. I'm active on Threads, YouTube, absolutely, Instagram, I'm trying to do more with my Instagram, but I just don't know what the hell to take pictures of because I don't live a very interesting life. But YouTube is probably one of the easiest ways to get a hold of me. Or you can send me a email on WriterSanctuary.com. There's a contact form there. If you're an author with at least one book published, you can fill out the contact form for setting up an interview. I've got more authors lined. Well, I'm going to be lining up some authors. I have to go through a lot of freaking email now. And I'm trying to get a couple of people back on the show who have been on before, who were one of the more popular ones. So, yeah, I'm not going to say yet because I don't want to jinx it. So, anyway, there's going to be more interviews coming up. And if you have any ideas of what you'd like me to cover or any products you want me to try out, leave in the comment section. I love building a database of stuff I need to try. Keep in mind that I don't have a Mac, and so I can't use like Ulysses or Vellum. I hear Vellum's awesome, but I don't have a Mac, so I can't use it. So, and I refuse to buy one. They know why. So, yeah, keep that in mind. If you have any ideas about software you'd like me to try. Anywho, I think that's going to do it for me today. Thank you very much. If you're curious about the books that I write, WriterSanctuary, no, A Freelancer's Tale and Fury are available on Amazon right now. I got my Barnes & Noble account fixed. I just have to add the books there. But the links to those books are in the description down below. Thank you very much. Have a great one, and I will see you guys. Well, I'll see the members on Friday because I do members-only content for joining the channel. So we'll do a live stream on Friday. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Oh, sure. Now that I have a bunch of 7 people watching, I'm wrapping it up. It's all good. Have a good one.